It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Well, for the Grizzlies, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. And tonight, two offenses that like to score in the post. Shaq, defensively, how do you counteract that?
Two types of denying. Deny the position and deny the entry pass.
Yes.
Sounds like you're in a state of denial.
I deny everything you just said.
Is it just me? I thought that was funny.
But you know what the other thing you could do, Shaq? If you pressure the passer, what it does is then it allows the defender to have more time to get around on the defensive and provide.
You're lucky I didn't guard you in your career.
Oh, I would have went right by you.
You're lucky.
I would have hoped you pressured me.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan. Time for the tip.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Grizzlies come into town for this one. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. And, of course, Karl Anthony Towns, he's still out of the lineup.
Yeah, I hear you, Kevin. But really, it's an issue for both teams with regard to the injury situation. So it's a matter of which team can rise up and show the fortitude necessary to play through those injuries and still come out on top.
You know, it's something almost every team goes through. I mean, but at some point in the season. But depth is so important. You know, when somebody gets hurt or injured, you know, it's always an opportunity for someone to step up.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, Jimmy Butler was the 30th overall pick in 2011, and he never forgets the hard work that made him a star out of a small town in Texas. Now, he says, I think it comes from not having much all my life. Coach Thibodeau said he became an all-star, got paid. None of that changed him. I don't think you can change him. Guys?
Great story, David. Thank you. This season, right now in the beginning stages, but some teams, Chris, already exceeding expectations. How do they keep that momentum? How do they keep things rolling along in that way?
You have to do that in the locker room and in practice. You have to make sure that you stick to the coach's rules and roles, and have to remember your success was built and predicated upon doing it the right way. And so how do you make sure you keep that focus? You pay attention to details, and especially the little things, and stick with the basics.
Good stuff. So the Timberwolves win the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Garrett Temple is out there with Conley. Then it's JaMychal Green. Then there's Anderson. And it's Rhea in at the 5. Now here's Butler, coming off a solid outing against Portland. Good work there as it goes.
And Butler loves getting close to the basket. Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off.
Here's Rab, fires from deep, and it's Michael Conley with a 3. Conley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Teague, the pass to Butler. Goes up on the wing. He can't get that one to fall. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control. And they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
Well, they worked through their plays until they found some decent looks, and then they did a great job finishing.
Hits it from three-point range. Conley's got 6.
This has been a strength of Conley's throughout his career. A spot-on three-point shooter.
Teague dishes to Gibson. To the inside. It's Butler that time on the assist by Gibson.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Here's Temple. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside Teague. He kicks to Wiggins. Puts up a three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
Grizzlies have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Minnesota. Trailing by 2, and this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago. And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Well, I wouldn't say that's his shot, but it's a shot he can make, and that really opens things up for the offense.
They grab their own miss. Rab, pass to Temple. Four on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Good on the shot. He's got 5.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now here's Teague. He's coming off a 13-point game against Portland. Butler finds Wiggins. Teague feeling it out a bit. Unloads. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Whoa, the D caught a break on that play. I'm sure that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
It's off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Anderson inside. Gibson on him. Scooped up. Green kicks to Anderson. 6 to shoot. And finally they hit one. Anderson's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop. And you watch Kyle Anderson out there. They call him slow-mo for how he moves on the court. Just one of those jack-of-all-trades type of players on offense, and wasn't known for his defense, but has put in a lot of work to improve in that area.
And with Anderson, the defense has been a focus for him the last few seasons.
And even though Anderson doesn't get up and down the floor fast, he still has quick hands and feet. Is being asked to guard some of the top forwards in the league for this team and wants players to try and shoot over him so he can use his length. Considers it a win if his assignment takes a jumper and doesn't get around it.
The free throw off from Jang. Memphis leading. Here's Temple. No points in the game yet for him. Kicks to Conley. Wiggins against Anderson. Outside Green. From deep. Temple can't get it to go.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
I don't know, but one thing I do know is that he'll hear about that shot during the next time out.
Now here's Anderson. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. A nice shot by Anderson. Anderson's got his second bucket. Timberwolves trail by 3. Teague kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Butler. Over Temple. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Passes it to Conley. And stolen by Wiggins. He's all alone for the finish, and it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, and Butler is a menace to the defense, partner. I don't think that was a Petty or a Manny. That was a facial.
Now here's Conley. Playing Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Rab. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 1, fresh from a win against Portland.
And this is why scouting is so important. You've got to be able to identify those role players who can complement what your team does.
Yeah, that was big-time production from the bench, especially on the offensive end.
Conley's shot is off.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
With the teardrop, and he lays it up and in. Conley's got 8 points.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Over Temple. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 8 points for Jimmy Butler.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
Here's Rab. Jang defending, and it's Rab missing there. The Timberwolves trail. In the corner, it's Wiggins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 9 points for Andrew Wiggins. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Along with the rest of their troubles last year, the Grizzlies had a very hard time stretching the floor.
Yeah, and they were 25th in the league in three-point percentage. I mean, teams did not have to respect them from out beyond the arc. And that made an already pedestrian offense even more sluggish.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Caspi, he's checked in for Green. Dylan Brooks comes in for Kyle Anderson. Selden's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Andrew Harrison subbed in for Mike Conley. Dang passes to Wiggins. And he lays it straight in. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
Harrison kicks to Ram. And the pass to Brooks. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
The Timberwolves shooting an impressive 60% early. Wiggins outside. And it's Dang in the corner. And another three for Minnesota.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Selden. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out on him.
Pass to Nunley. He kicks it to Wiggins. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wiggins has got 13.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Harrison passes to Selden. Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Five on the clock. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Nunley can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Selden. He also had a big impact in that win against the Kings. Pass to Harrison. Kicks it to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. They get it again. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Harrison's got his first 2 points.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
Passes it to Tolliver. Here's Rose. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
And the first one drops. And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there, and he still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
And as great of a free throw shooter as he is, it's still a part of his game. He works very hard at it.
Rab kicks to Harrison. Sweet little floater.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Jones against Brooks. Jones dishes to Dang. Now the pass to Tolliver. Jones kicks to Tolliver. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Jones, the pass to Nunley. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Here's Harrison. He had 13 points in the win against Sacramento. Pass to Selden. At the top of the key, Caspi. Charity stripe shot. That shot off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Rose kicks to Dang. At the elbow, Jones. 41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Outside Dang. From deep. Rebound by Caspi. Memphis trailing here. Brooks with it. Jones covering. Brooks, the pass to Harrison. Rab kicks to Selden. On defense, the Timberwolves. Now Casper. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
On its way from Rose for 2. And so it's Mike Conley making highlights for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today, so whenever you walk to my house, you see a really big, some may call it obnoxious, boombox aquarium, but I love music. I don't really watch too much TV. It's always music, so it's just another thing to remind me, continue to be who you are. It just has fish inside of it.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Oh, yeah, this is how they squeezed out extra possessions and captured the early lead.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. At the 2 and the 3, it's Selden and Brooks. Rab is out there with Caspi. And it's Harrison in at the point. Now here's Brooks. after the miss by Luol Deng. Brooks kicks to Harrison. 5 on the clock. Shoots. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Brooks against Jones. Pass to Tolliver. That's tipped. Here is Caspi. He's covered by Deng. And the shot goes down. Brooks has got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies.
And Caspi is very gifted at getting the ball to his teammates. A selfless player who keeps his eye out to dish the rock whenever he can.
Passes it to Nunley. Back to Jones. Here's Nunley. Brooks covering. Here's Rose. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And that's just an intelligent play by Rose, taking advantage of whatever the D gives him.
Brooks with no one around. Buries it from 3-point range. Brooks has got 5 points in the quarter.
Now, something going wrong with the D out there. He's one of the guys you got to be worried about on the perimeter.
And here's Rose. 11 points last game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Looking at big men around the NBA, which are the best triple threats? Guys who can shoot, drive, and pass out of that screen.
I think of 2. One being Anthony Davis. The fact that he can get his shot, he's so quick, and he's a good post-up player as well and can face the basket. And then DeMarcus Cousins, I don't know if there's a better big man, a better center than when it comes to him. He can take you out on the 3-point line. He can dribble and get a 3. He can take you out on the 3-point line, set a flare screen, catch and shoot the 3. He can get it at the 3-point line, drive you to the hole, get an and one, and then he can take you on the post and just bully and posterize you as well. So I don't think there's one that comes to mind with a better skill set than Boogie Cousins.
And that list is growing. And Rose drops them both.
And you got to love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
Now here's Brooks. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento. Basket counts. Brooks has got 10 points in the game.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. And that one falls for Jones.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Some changes for Minnesota. Taj Gibson's checked in for Tolliver. And it's Teague in for Rose. Then for the Grizzlies, Anderson, he's checked in for Caspi. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Andrew Harrison. And so Jones nails both of them. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Temple finds Anderson. Outside Conley. Now the pass to Temple. Second shot opportunity. Again, Memphis. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Jones dishes to Gibson. Jones, the pass to Gibson. Butler on the wing. Lots of room. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. with the teardrop, and it's laid up and in by Anderson. And now it's an 8-point Memphis lead.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And they continue to control the glass.
Green up on top. Jang defending. Brooks kicks to Temple. 6 on the shot clock. Over Jang. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Brooks against Butler. Pass to Jones. Pass to Gibson. Over Anderson. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Gibson. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Green taking his time here. Conley, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Conley's got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jones finds Jang. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. The son of former NBA coach Bernie Bickerstaff, JB got his first head coaching job here in Memphis.
Yeah, I played for his father, such an intense coach and with a deep playbook. And after Fizdale was fired, JB was named the Grizzlies' interim head coach. Before that, he had been an assistant in Charlotte, Minnesota, Houston. He's a young guy, but he's been around basketball a long time.
Butler, no good.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Down low, and it's Memphis with another.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Chris, you had a lengthy NBA career. From what you observed, talk about the differences in how various coaches hold practices and try to teach.
You just want to keep guys motivated. You want guys to listen and then execute. And whatever you can do to get their ear, gain their trust, and then get them to go out there and execute. So if you're on a veteran team, you may have a smaller practice but with more intensity, meaning maybe you only practice an hour of live work going back and forth and scrimmaging, whereas if you're a young team, you might be able to expect 2 hours of scrimmaging every day. Do the players understand the culture? Do they understand the tenets of the offense and the defense? And usually coaches coach by that need and necessity of the team as opposed to just having one structure. And so in Washington, we had 3-a-days during training camp, as opposed to in Sacramento later in my career, it would be one practice because we're all old. We need to make sure that we get the most intensity out of this practice and then save our legs for the game.
And here is Conley after the three-pointer from Jeff Teague. Brooks from outside. Wiggins with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 11. Outside Teague. He kicks it to Wiggins. And it's off from three-point range. Conley against Teague. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Last season, Mike Conley was injured, only playing 12 games the entire season.
Man, it was rough for both Conley and the Grizzlies last season. You can see how important Conley is through his absence. I mean, he has been struggling with injuries the last few years.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And you got to love just how smart of a point guard Mike Conley is. You never get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing and the spacing of others while running that offense.
He hits the second from the line. And Conley, who is so good with space and timing on offense, seems to always find a way to score inside.
I mean, he has that great floater to lean on for scoring. And the only thing you want from Conley is help. Has had a few too many injuries to ignore the last few seasons. This team is so visibly better when he is healthy and on the floor.
I mean, look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
Ball's knocked loose. Butler with the steal. To the middle. Shot is good, and the Memphis leads cut down to 8 on the bucket from T.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep, and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
Here's Temple, defended by Butler. Temple the pass to Conley. Kicks it to Brooks. Pass to Green. Lets it go from deep. Got a piece of it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Jimmy Butler. 9th in steals, 11th in free throw percentage. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Now here's Wiggins. A 14-point game for him in the win against Portland. Butler attacking. Great D that time from Green.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole. He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Right side Teague. Dishes to Wiggins. Over Conley. And the shot no good, a bit short. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Launches a 3. They get the rebound. Green dishes to Brooks. Wiggins against Conley. Another shot. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Wiggins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Butler. And the pass to Gibson. Outside Teague. Misses off the left iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Wiggins surveying the floor. Pass to Teague. Back to Wiggins. Over Conley. Good work defensively by Conley. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Here's Temple. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And he comes up with the deuce. Temple's got 6.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Minnesota calls timeout. You look at Michael Conley. What a contribution.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing them from long range.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers. So it's both teams making substitutions here. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Timberwolves second.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
Now here's Rose. 6 points for him. Pass to Tolliver. Out to the right wing. To the paint. Here's Dang. From 13 feet, it goes down. Dang's got his second basket.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Inside, stolen away. Here's Nunley, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Poked loose. Harrison kicks to Ram. And now Rose running the floor all by himself. Oh, and the jam by Rose.
And Derrick Rose, so quick out of the gates. When he sees open floor ahead, he's at full sprint in the blink of an eye.
Here's Rab. Brooks, left side. Here's Selden. And the three off target. Timberwolves trail by 6. Caspi gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. Wiggins outside. Just 5 to shoot. Releases. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Here's Selden. His scoring average sitting at 15 points a game right now. That's a pretty sizable contribution. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Here's Rab. The 19-footer is on the money. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
And so it's Memphis with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. The first half went really well for Mike Conley. He ended up with 17 points and 2 rebounds. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, the way Mike Conley orchestrated that offense, incredible. The improvements he's made with his jump shot force you to crowd him defensively. And then all of a sudden, he'll go by you and make plays for himself or his teammates. Amazing first half.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Grizzlies. They've led by as many as 14 points. Wiggins at small forward with Gibson at the 4. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Jang in at the 5 down low. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Minnesota with the ball, following the score by Memphis. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D-up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, good Butler.
And Jimmy Butler, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
Puts it up from 12, and that one goes long. Timberwolves trail by 5. The quick look, no good that time. And for Memphis, they're shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with the baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
The floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
Conley kicks to Anderson. Over Wiggins. A nice shot by Anderson. Anderson's got 8. 90 seconds now into the second half. Teague finds Wiggins to the paint. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good from Gibson. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Temple the pass to Rab. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Temple, defended by Butler. Over in the corner, Conley. Shot clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in. Conley's got 21 in the game.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Butler with the ball. 13 points in the game. And Yvonne Rab gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Wiggins outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And Anderson kicks to Ram. Back to Anderson. There's the triple. Rebound, Minnesota. Passes it to Teague. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. It's Anderson with the drive, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. The Grizzlies shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
That one misses for Anderson. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 5-point game. The pass to Teague. From down in the low post, it goes. Teague's got 7.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
Conley kicks to Ram. Pass to Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Monday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the San Antonio Spurs.
And that game against the Clippers, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Tyus Jones, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And he's good on the second. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pass to Rab. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 6 rebounds in the game. For the tie, that one falls. Butler's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
And Butler has some insane handles, creative at just carving his way through the defense.
Conley kicks to Green. A floater. Great D that time from Gibson. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. They get a hand on it. Passes it to Butler. For the lead, and Jang gets it to go. Jang's got 6 points.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
It's a close game here in Minnesota. Conley against Jones. Conley kicks to Green. Back to Conley. They need this. And again, Memphis no good. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Jones looking for an opening. The shot missing. Great D that time from Green. Here's Temple, defended by Butler. Conley for 3. Good on the triple. Conley's got 24.
And really, Conley is so smart. I mean, especially when it comes to running the pick and roll the right way.
Jones kicks to Wiggins. Stolen by Anderson. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside, Jones. Here's Wiggins. That one off the back iron and out. The Grizzlies have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Anderson finds Temple. Conley against Jones. The pass to Anderson. Lets it go from deep. Conley's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Outside, Jones. Pass to Butler. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Gibson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 5th assist in this one.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Caspi, he's checked in for Green. Wayne Zeldin comes in for Garrett Temple. And Andrew Harrison subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's Harrison. 6 points for him. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Harrison's got 8 points.
And he's got great length for a point guard, and it served him well on that play.
Pass to Tolliver. Just his first attempt. Good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And it's Harrison with the ball for Memphis. They've led by as many as 14 points. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Zeldin. Back to Caspi. Anderson passes to Harrison. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Timberwolves. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Grizzlies, 2 games back.
And, guys, when you look at Memphis, they talked a lot in the preseason about how they wanted to bounce back from last year's disappointment. So far, they look to be on track to do just that. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, yes, it's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. Right side, Dang. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
And that's a play they'll run over and over, fellas, as long as it keeps working.
Here is Caspi following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Brooks checked in for Memphis. Here's Rab. Here's Zeldin. Brooks kicks to Caspi. Shot clock at 5. And that one is good. Caspi's got 6.
And Caspi is just a nuisance to guard for many reasons, including his ability to get big down low and come away with the easy bucket.
Outside Rose. Sinks that one from the post. 10 points for him.
Yeah, and Rose is used to getting knocked around, especially with the force he drives the basketball. But how about the exceptional body control there?
Here's Rab. Passes it to Zeldin. Takes the 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. And Minnesota has possession, trailing by 4.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks, the Oregon product, taken in the second round of 2017. Ended up being a fantastic find for this team. He logged a lot of minutes on the floor as a rookie.
Now here's Rose. 10 points for him. And the shot is good.
And the defense tried to slow him down, but Derrick Rose just a handful when he gets around the rim.
Now Caspi. 6 points for him. And there's the pass to Zeldin. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. And for the Grizzlies last year, there were some minutes to be had, and Brooks made the most of it.
I think Brooks was the lone bright spot for the Grizzlies last year. I mean, if you ask me, he showed great dependability for a second-round rookie. He's already proven that he is a player who deserves minutes in the rotation for the foreseeable future.
Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Memphis shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game. First one falls for him.
During Casspe's career, he has seen his role improve. A dependable scorer who can flat out fill it up, especially from beyond the arc.
Jang, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Teague comes in for Tyus Jones. And both free throws good for Casspe. So it's Minnesota now. 7-point differential. Teague finds Jang. Right side Rose. And there it is for him.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight. Derrick Rose.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Rose. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. To the right side. Rab, the pass to Harrison. And that one is off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Fires the 3. A rebound by Rab. Rab's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Brooks, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brooks has got 12 points in the game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
To the inside. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Selden. Here's Rab. Great D that time from T. Timberwolves trail by 6.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Exactly, but you still want a decent look because if you miss, the strategy doesn't help you.
And it's Dang in the corner. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loop shots.
Free throw good. Dang. Both free throws good from Luol Deng. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Selden. Teague covering. Memphis, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. The first free throw is good. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Rose scanning the floor. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Grizzlies out in front, up by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.
18.
Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
You got to get some stop. But right now we're making one effort. You got to make 2, 3, 4 efforts. We got to have high hands. We got to stop the ball.
Playing with high energy, something that he implores his guys to do all the time.
And Kevin, when you're playing for Tibbs, he wants you to hustle and to make multiple efforts on defense.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Shooting at the 2 and the 3, it's Selden and Brooks.
2 shots.
Caspi is out there with Rab, and it's Harrison in at the point guard. Free throw drops for Rose. And Rose drops them both. And so it's Memphis with it. Here's Selden. Pass to Harrison. He kicks it to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Pass it to Selden. From deep. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 3. Outside Teague. On the wing, Wiggins. Brooks covering. And the shot is good. Wiggins has got 22.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Harrison kicks to Rab. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Selden. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two.
So it's the Timberwolves now. Minnesota's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Rose kicks to Teague. Inside, the kick out to Rose. Double team on Rose. To the inside, Tolliver got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Offensive rebound, and we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
Oh, man, come on. Injuries like this can change the course of a game, even the whole season. Our thoughts and prayers are with him.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Timberwolves. Jimmy Butler comes in for Derrick Rose. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Memphis leading. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And here's Conley outside. Minnesota with the rebound. And here is Butler. Outside Teague. Wiggins outside. Wants to get it to Butler and does. To take the lead. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Butler is just hard to guard inside. Really good at using his body to create contact against the defense at the basket.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Brooks outside. Teague against Conley. Trying to end the drought. Temple gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
Now here's Gibson. Butler on the wing. Over Temple. Shots good from Butler. Butler's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly. The floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
Time now for an injury report. We get a chance now to check on Derrick Rose's status. David.
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with Minnesota's head athletic trainer. He said it appears to be a moderate wrist sprain. He's definitely out for the rest of tonight, and he'll probably need some recovery time beyond that. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates on him.
On defense, the Timberwolves. Michael Conley making his last shot.
Good at getting into a rhythm. Conley, he knows when he's hot and how to ride that wave of the momentum.
Teague finds Butler. Wiggins against Brooks. Outside Teague. Clock at 6. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Jang, no luck.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him. Anderson, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. Green kicks to Caspi. Passes it to Temple. 5 on the clock. Some solid defense from Butler.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
It's Anderson with the drive, and Butler sends it back.
And the length of Butler can be a real problem. You've got to respect his reach, and this is a guy who can block shots from the wing.
Here's Teague. Michael Conley making his last shot. Back to Gibson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. 8 points for Taj Gibson. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Conley kicks to Green. Anderson outside. with the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup. Now here's Teague. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's Butler with the jam.
And Butler knows how to take over games. Really good with his shot selection down the stretch.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And stolen by Butler. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Wiggins with the ball. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Shooting for Minnesota, Andrew Wiggins. 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
The first one falls. He's off on the second. Memphis leading by 3. Here's Temple. To the middle. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. Timberwolves have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Kicks it to T. And the pass to Butler. And they double up Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Over Temple. And that one's good by Butler. Butler's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And the confidence from Butler on display. Doesn't hesitate for a second and just sinks that shot with ease.
Here's Conley. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this win.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Rabs checked in. The free throw off from Conley.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Butler, no good. Memphis leading by 3. Here's Temple. Over in the corner, Conley. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Now here's Wiggins. And they double up Butler to tie it up. Andrew Wiggins, and that's good. Wiggins has got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Wiggins against Anderson. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul called on Minnesota. That one is off. And he sinks the second.
A little bit shaky at the line there. I mean, he did the important part and got him in front.
The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Timberwolves with possession here. It's a 1-point game. Pass to Butler. 4 on the shot clock. The kick out to T. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Teague against Conley. Green, the pass to Conley. That shot, no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Outside Teague. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Not a surprise to see Teague stepping up when his team needs him. Huge score right there.
Conley with the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gibson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Over Conley. Jang. Great positioning on the putback. Now it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Gibson with the steal. Now here's Butler. He's guarded closely. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And it's all about positioning for Butler. Once he's deep inside the paint, there's no question he's going to finish that one.
Outside Conley. Over Teague. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Wiggins. Over Anderson. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Well, yeah, you want to save your best for last. The guys on these teams know that.
Now here is Conley, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Both free throws good from Green.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip, drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
.139 left in the fourth quarter. Conley against T. Right side, Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the floater. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Butler in the corner. Inside. Stolen by Michael Conley.
And at a certain point, there's just nothing more you can do.
Yeah, it's tough. You're putting in that effort, but then walking away without that W.
Now here's Conley. On the wing, Green. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Wiggins. By himself. And Wiggins throws it down.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
That's why you can't let yourself get in this deep a hole. Very little time now to climb out.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 8. 41 seconds left in the game. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Andrew Wiggins.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. Chang against Anderson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Taj Gibson picks one up.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. Both free throws good from Anderson. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and so they foul intentionally.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jeff Teague. At the line for 2.
2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Well, Jeff Teague, one of the more calm players at the line, always looks to be in control.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Timeout called. The Grizzlies, they trail by 7. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
So it's the Grizzlies now. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Free throw drops for Temple. 24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Jeff Teague. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
A good league is even better with excellent work at the stripe.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Harrison. Laces one from 3. And that's an intentional foul.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jimmy Butler. 2 shots.
2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And Temple kicks to Ram. 3 for Caspi. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jimmy, you have been outspoken about the need for maximum effort. Was it part of your plan to grab wins like the one we saw tonight?
It wasn't a part of my plan, but whatever works, works. I think we got a bunch of talented guys, and at times we forget how hard we got to play. On the road, at home, this is how we got to play basketball.
Jimmy, thanks for the time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.